Hey Jesse, Oceana here with G3 Agency with your free SEO website audit for Excel Concrete in San Antonio, Texas. So the goal of this video is to tell you how you can get a website up and running real quick and easy, show you the importance of it, and then show you how you can rank that website on the at the top of Google for some very important words that people are actually typing into Google every single month when they're looking for your services and they're in your service area. So I really hope that you're going to find a lot of value in this video, and my hope is that at the end of this you'll be able to go and spend your time and effort on these things, get yourself ranking in front of people looking for your services. But of course you can think of this as a business card with a bit of oomph. Me and my team, we do this all the time. We get people onto the first page of Google, and that's what we love to do. We love to positively affect locally owned businesses, people out there in their community just working to make it a better place, and we really respect and love that. So anyways, that's the goal of this video, is for you to be able to do that. And then of course I would love some feedback from you on whether you found it helpful or not. So let's jump in. So the first thing I just want to point out to you is that when I was searching for a website for you, and I thought I found one. So this is Excel Concrete, San Antonio, Texas. Looks like you as far as I can tell. But when I click on the website, it pulls up this thing, and I thought, oh great, they do have a website. But as I was looking at it, I don't know who this guy is, Charlie Smith. And it looks like they actually work in the Utah area. So I don't think that this is you, but it is connected to your Blue Book citation here. So I would definitely, if I were you, I would go check that out. But I just thought I would point it out to you real fast. Okay, so you've done a really good job of filling up your Facebook with pictures of what you do and some projects. I would say definitely including more like after pictures would be good. There are a lot of in-between pictures, but not a whole lot of like the finished product. So I would definitely try to include more of those if you can. This is cool where you can see it like in the progress. It's pretty cool. But I would definitely include more of those, and I would definitely suggest that you have a website, even if it's a very simple one, where people can go and check you out. That increases your credibility with people, but it also means that you can be seen in front of a lot more people too. So, and I'll show you exactly how and what I mean. So this is a tool that I use. It does a few things for me, including showing me how a website's performing on Google, as well as helping me find key phrases that people are actually searching in Google each and every month. So that's pretty fun. So I put in San Antonio, and I cross-referenced that with anything that said concrete, so that it shows me any words that or any key phrases that people are typing into Google that have both of those things in there. Obviously, concrete San Antonio came up real fast. There are 300 people each and every month on average typing that into Google, and the KD is 11. So this is good. This is fairly low competition, not as low as we really like. We love to see 5 and below for this number, because that's going to mean like fast results. But this is kind of a marathon. You could get there. It's just going to take a little work. So what we can do is we can actually go down this list here and see if any of these are appropriate for you and have a high volume and a low KD. So for instance, this one here, San Antonio Concrete Contractors, it's got 150 people searching for that, exactly spelled that way, each and every month. And this 7 is actually pretty well within reach. It's not quite that 5 that we really love, but 7's not terribly difficult. And yes, I did focus on that one for the rest of this video. So Concrete Patio San Antonio. This is, 150 people are typing this into Google each month, and this is what they're getting. So first is the map pack. How you get up into the map pack is with citations. So what you want to do is make sure that your Google My Business listing is up to date and accurate. And if you don't have one, you're going to want to go to business.google.com, and you'll be able to click Manage, and add a Google My Business. And you want to make sure that your name, address, and phone number are exactly how you want it spelled. Don't add any keywords or anything fancy like that. Just keep it simple, because then you're going to take that same information, specifically your name, address, and phone number, and put it all over different directories like Yelp, Yext, City Star, White Pages, Yellow Pages, Facebook. Uh, Basically, there are literally thousands of places online where you can list your information as a citation, and that will help to prove to Google basically that you really exist and you really serve this area. And if it trusts you more than it trusts the other places around you, well, then you'll get up into the in the top 3. And in that point, you'll end up on the first page of Google, which is really going to help with more people going to that website and calling you up. And the next is right here. So this is what's called the #1 organic result. This will get approximately 30% of all those people. So of all the 150 people that come, to this page after typing this into Google, approximately 45, pretty much like clockwork, will go to this one right here. So what we want to do is we want to check it out and see what it is that they're doing right, that they're showing up on that first page, and what is it that they're not doing very well that we could actually do better than them, so that we end up at the top of the results rather than them, right? We could bump them down to the second position. That's the goal anyway, right? So I kind of did an up and down just checking out their site there, and I noticed a few things. Basically, the main thing is that they don't have that many words on the site. Which means that it's easy for us to outdo them in that way. Google loves content. The more that you have about what you do, how you do it, who you do it for, where you do it, those are really that's going to help Google basically understand that you're the expert, and that's going to incentivize Google to show you to the searchers when they're looking for your services. And then another thing is, let's see, if I right click on this image and I click Save Image As, I can see that they saved this image as photo October 13th. So I don't think that's very helpful. Basically, I can tell when they took this picture, but that's not really, that's definitely not something that people are searching. So it's a missed opportunity. What they can do, and what I would suggest you do on your site in order to stay ahead of these people, is you save your images as key phrases that people are actually typing into Google. And I'll remind you, these are the key phrases people are typing in there. So you want to save your images as these phrases that you want to show up for, and then also include those those phrases in the body text, in the actual content on the page, and that's going to help you show up for those words, because you're going to be specifically talking about what it is that the people are looking for. And then if I throw them into my tool here, like I said, this not only gives me the Keyword Explorer, but it also helps me see how websites are performing. And I can see their UR and DR scores, which are basically their power and credibility with Google. These are decent scores, I'm not going to lie. That's why this keyword difficulty wasn't 0, but it also isn't extremely high. So it's not going to be super difficult to outrank them. How we would increase our score to be similar to this, and then beyond that, is with backlinks and referring domains. So a backlink is any link, any link that goes from another website back to your site, and a referring domain is any site that has at least one of those links on it. And so what you want to do is go out to different basically different other websites that are relevant to you in some way, whether it be, because they are another business in the same local area, or maybe another home improvement niche site anywhere in the world, something that's related in some way to your site, because Google's going to pick up on that and see it as a more authoritative link. And then you want to make sure that those referring domains, the websites that are having links to your site, have high DR scores. So anything 30 and above is really good. It goes all the way up to 100. The higher the better. But basically, because that's going to be passing power over to you, the more power they have, the more that's going to help you. If you have a bunch of links coming from sites that have very low DR scores, that's going to make you look scammy and spammy, and it's not going to look good in Google's eyes. So you're definitely going to want to go out and get some good referring domains. And then here's another fun thing we can do. We can kind of spy on our competitors a little bit. So if I click on their organic keywords, I can see some keywords that they're showing up for. So stamped concrete San Antonio, they were sitting in the second position and we're getting 20 traffic. But that was back on the 12th. That hasn't updated since then. So they've obviously risen one position, and they're probably getting more traffic than that now each month. And then here we have stamped concrete patio. Now this is a huge volume. Why wouldn't we go after that? Well, because it doesn't have San Antonio in there. So this is going to be people looking for stamped concrete patios in Seattle and Los Angeles and New York and everywhere, you know. So this isn't really helpful when it comes to narrowing down who it is that you're getting in front of. So you want to make sure that the ones you're going after have San Antonio or at least some location near you that you're willing to work in. Okay, so that is it. I really hope that I covered everything. If you have any questions, I am happy to answer them for you. And I would love to chat about, you know, whether you found this helpful and if you plan to use this information. I'm always trying to improve them for the next person that I help. So if you could give me any feedback on how I did, I would really appreciate it. And I look forward to chatting with you. Okay, thank you. Bye.